Hey, it's Christopher with another episode of What's Brewing, and today we're talking about the AirPods Max. Before we do, let's roll that beautiful B-roll. Hey, it's Christopher, a team member at Rooted. And last year, our team all got a pair of the AirPod Max. We love music, and we needed a headset that would go all day to be able to do our phone calls and, of course, listen to music. Just to talk about the lineup of the AirPods, at the time, there was the second generation AirPods. Now, recently, Apple just announced and is now shipping the third generation AirPods. Now, that product comes in at $129. Additional to the AirPods were the AirPods Pro, still an ultra portable and a slim designed noise canceling headphone that's meant for better audio sound. Now it had a thinner profile in your ear and it came in at $179. Great pair of headset. If you're looking for really portable noise canceling, I think that the AirPods Pro are really great. Additionally, Apple released the Beats Studio Bud. I think the Beats Studio Buds are a great low-priced option if you're looking for great noise-canceling headphones, ultra portable, but they don't include the H1 chip, and so they're not able to do some of that awesome continuity syncing where you can use your headphones with any Apple device, whether it be an Apple TV, a Mac, an iPhone, and an iPad. And by use, I mean be able to sync that audio device with all of them. You can certainly pair it to whatever products that you want to, but that chipset is sort of the magic there. We'll talk about it in a minute. When the AirPods Max were introduced, they came in at $549. Now immediately, they stand out as a much larger profile product, meaning they're a much larger size compared to the original AirPods. Now, part of that is there's a lot of tech going on here. There's a lot of hardware inside of this really beautiful, well-crafted, and albeit bigger package. I do think, considering what it does, it's very slim considering. They offered them in 5 different colors. So there were silver, space gray, blue, pink, and green. I went ahead and chose the blue. This is very on brand for me. So let's talk a little bit about hardware. Part of what you get with the AirPods Max is the great audio technology. Now, every audio product that you're going to buy is going to have a different audio profile. I was coming from the Beats Studio 3 before this. Now, Beats has a very specific audio profile, just like the AirPods do as well. To me, one of the things I love about Apple is they have a great way of balancing that audio profile so that it is a rich and smooth, that it's not too bassy and it's not too tinny, and it really sits in the middle and it accentuates all the sounds that you would think. Additionally, one of the things that Apple released was something called spatial audio. This is part of a profile that you could take advantage of that's found in the audio file to support Dolby surround sound, but on a device without having to be in your living room. Now, because of the H1 chip, not only does it aid you in that syncing of that device between all of your devices and use one of the features called continuity that allows you to use Bluetooth for discovery and be able to connect to everything. It also allows for you to listen to music and it feel like that music is coming from different places. So when they mix it in the studio, they're going to have these, just like if you're in a movie theater, right, and there's some kind of rumbling, right, the speakers are playing that, and the audio profile, the audio mix has been made to sound and actually have those different sounds hit different speakers at different times to give a sense of motion to that and depth. And that's exactly what spatial audio is meant to do. But again, on a device this size, you don't have to go to the movies, although I think they're great, and you don't have to have a surround sound. The idea is to be walking with the surround sound on your head. Another big feature is noise cancellation. So that is one of the big things that I look for. When I take, for example, the AirPods, which I think is an amazing product, I carry these around every single day, right? When I think about going out during my day or to go get coffee or just check the mail. I'm bringing my phone, I'm bringing my wallet, I'm bringing my AirPods. That's just part of my set. I kind of wish I could just like, magnetically, stick this thing on here. But that's just a part of my routine to go out and do that. Now there are times when I'm in busier areas with a lot of background noise. I find myself at coffee shops or at, different travel destinations, like if I'm in an airport and there's a lot of background noise just with the flight, or if I'm in some kind of a lounge and there's a lot of folks talking in a close proximity, it's really, really great to have noise canceling headphones. So for me, that was one of the reasons that I bought the AirPods Pro, because I thought this is really great for when I was traveling. And then when they released these, I was instantly interested because I'd been using the Beats Studio, but they were bigger and they didn't quite cover my entire ear. So having something that would cover my entire ear was really what I was looking for. Every ear is different, so let us know in the comments what your experience may be with these, because you may have had a different one. But for me, they're some of the most comfortable headphones that I've ever worn. One of the big advantages of the AirPods Max is the fact that there are over 9, count it, 9 different microphones in this thing. Wow. 8 of those microphones are for noise cancellation alone, and 3 of them are to hear your voice. Because of the H1 chip that's built into this, that also supports Hey Siri, the digital assistant that you can just, audibly call on and it respond to your voice commands. So a lot going on here. And additionally, there are sensors built in everywhere here to determine, the tilting of your head. There's a gyroscope built in. Again, there's a lot of tech going on here, so that way, no matter where you turn or what position you are to sounds, the noise cancellation is continuing to work. That's again part of that chip being here, helping to do some of that computing and making sure it all works flawlessly. Another advantage is the digital crown. So let me kind of zoom in on that here, right? So there we go, we've got the digital crown here. You may be familiar with this from the Apple Watch. This allows you, based on touch or pressure, to be able to turn the volume up, turn the volume down. If you tap it, you can go from noise canceling to transparency. And the big difference is with noise canceling, it's actively preventing other sounds from being heard, whereas transparency allows them to pass through. So let's talk about the charging and the battery life. One of the big things for me that drove me immediately to it was the 20-hour battery life. So it does support USB charging. Here, we'll notice right there it is. Now, 5 minutes with USB Lightning will give you 1.5 hours of listening time, which is incredibly impressive. On a full charge, you get full 20 hours. And regardless of the conditions that you're listening, whether it be active noise cancellation or transparency mode, it's gonna give you a full 20 hours every single time. One of the purposes of the smart case is if you put the AirPods Max in the smart case, part of what that does is it tells the device that, hey, and that's partly what those sensors are doing, they know that they're fully covered. It's meant to be immersive so that it doesn't try to be actively connecting to devices. This will aid in preserving your battery life, especially if you are running out of battery. So let's talk about some of my favorite design features here. First off, you've got the canopy here. You've got this nice stainless steel body with this mesh material here, meant to be able to fit comfortably over your head. Additionally, you've got these really nice telescopic arms that help it to sort of expand and retract, so that way you get the perfect size, right? So that way it's fitting just the way that you want it to. Right? You've got these beautiful anodized aluminum cups here with this mesh textile wraps for ear cushions. You'll actually notice here, if we can see it, that it's got an R in there. It's kind of hard to see it there if I kind of step out the way. There it is, my fingers here. Yeah. Right, maybe see it a little bit better here. There it is. And they're magnetic. Right, so if you need to replace them, you can. I wouldn't say that I'm rough on my hardware, but I do use it a lot. I haven't had to replace these yet. And again, I feel like it's a very It's a very durable material, but it's really nice and soft, and you'll notice that every level this mesh material is breathable. I think that's what allows it to make sure that air is flowing and you don't get that sort of suction cup or that overheating that you might find with other products. So let me give you my final thoughts. After having spent a year with these products, I fell in love, and I am more convinced now that they were a good investment than I was 12 months ago. Partly because I enjoy music. If you're into music and you just love enjoying it, whether you're doing this on a road trip, you're traveling, or you're just sitting at home, having that spatial audio support on these is really great. Wasn't something that was there initially at launch, but something that Apple added as part of their Apple Music subscription so that you could take advantage of it. Another big thing is I spend a lot of time on phone calls that are of long duration. I teach classes that are 8 hours long, and I get breaks throughout the day, but for the most of the time I'm doing 4-hour stints. So again, having things that are able to keep their charge for long periods of time and be comfortable at the same time and be able to be heard well on that, to me that's a premium. And I have used these every single day, and really the quality hasn't diminished, it's only gotten better. So let's ask the question, I think, here that ultimately we need to. When you look at the AirPods Pro, and the AirPods Max, if we stick it just to the AirPods lineup, who is this for? Well, I think there's a few folks that this is aimed at. This is not your person who's just wanting to listen to music while they're on a walk or maybe make an occasional phone call. I would say that the AirPods really fit that bill. It's not that person who's looking for that ultra small profile with noise canceling, because again, the AirPods Pro probably would be the best fit there. It's that person who's looking for a premium audio experience, who's looking to get that spatial audio, that surround sound feel, the noise canceling, the sensors being able to actively track your head tilt and where noises are coming from to preserve that audio experience. That is who this is for. Now, can more than those folks appreciate it? Absolutely, I certainly can. But I think when you're making that decision, what are your goals? For me, when I was in an airplane, as good as in-ear noise canceling was, these are better. So as a traveler, this is a no-brainer. This makes sense for me because I'm listening to audiobooks or movies, and even as good as some of the best in-ears are, they're never going to be as good as something that wraps around. I mean, maybe you'll find something that's comparable, but for me, again, my anecdotal opinion, these are where it's at. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, overview, thoughts, feedback. For me, when I buy products and try them out, I always want to make sure that I'm getting the best experience and I'm helping customers make the decision of what products to buy. For me, there's a certain person in a certain market for this. It may not be for everybody. In fact, I'd love to hear your thoughts on your favorite audio headset devices. Well, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with everything that we're producing. As always, we hope that you're doing well, we hope that you're staying safe, and we can't wait to see you in the next one.